Greetings, welcome, what's up fellow fans of Clash of Clans, it's your host Galadon, and what has happened to my base? All my buildings have okay, so we're just taking a quick look in the Gem Fix Farm Max That Rush episode 78 at our wall progress, because we're working together on this, right? This is a team thing, especially if you're coming by the Facebook live streams at fb.gg/realgaladongaming, because you are checking out the streams and you're helping to continue that wall grind as we're doing it. So yeah, okay, so you know, it's been interesting. It's been a fun Halloween season. Obviously, the Royal Ghost has been absolutely OP, and honestly, if you've been playing for a few years, you might remember when Hog Riders were out of balance or when Witches were out of balance and they were OP. That's kind of the feeling I get from Royal Ghosts right now. They're just too strong. So let's get into a live raid and show you exactly what I'm talking about. It doesn't matter, maxed out base or not, the base designs are going to need to change to try to combat the Royal Ghost. Now the things that need to happen: Wizard Towers need to be spread out more. Look at all 5 right here in the same general area. Also, they need to be placed more deeply in a base so that maybe there's 2 or 3 rows of buildings before you get to them, which is a catch-22, because how do you spread out your Wizard Towers and keep them deep inside the base, right? Okay, so second, Inferno Towers. Obviously, single target is a huge mistake. Multi is the way you've got to go, and you also need to try to protect those. I feel like ring bases are going to do a little bit better. Town halls being anywhere near the outside of a base, also a bad idea. A Royal Ghost or 2, and with a haste spell even more quickly, wipes out a town hall. So the only thing that really seems to kind of be a pain is Witches in the clan castle. If you activate the CC early while you're using Royal Ghosts, the Witches will start to amass their skeletons, and they will pace back and forth after the Royal Ghosts once their cloak comes undone. The same is true with the ground skeleton traps, and in the next attack replay I will show you exactly what I'm talking about, how to keep them out of the way, because the Royal Ghost will target them, which also means the Royal Ghost will target the King and the Queen, which is a good thing for attackers, a terrible thing for defenders, because again, 1 or 2 can take out a level 65 King or Queen. Also, of course, the big advantage for defense is the giant bombs. They wipe out Royal Ghosts, but you only have so many. Now here we've got balloons that came out of the CC. Those will be easily dealt with as we head in here with the Wall Wrecker and the heroes. We didn't manage to quite finish off the Eagle Artillery, but you'll notice as we come into the core, down will go the Eagle and the 2 remaining Wizard Towers. So this base is absolutely doomed. No possible way, with only a single target Inferno left as a key defense. Just got to get that Town Hall out of the way with the heroes. In come the bats on the opposite side. Now, sometimes I'm running bats from the edge, like this. Other times I'm running Bat Bomb. Now, Bat Bomb is where you drop a Rage, then a Freeze, then the bats, and you send it on the interior of the base somewhere, targeting a specific pair of defenses. I didn't do that here, but we will do that in the future. That is a lot of fun. Bat Bombs are good, but I would also like to use my one and only Rage spell on the heroes in the core, if at all possible. Again, doesn't really matter that much, especially if you're farming, because you're not worried about picking up the 3-star, well, unless you are where I am right now, and that is trying to make sure that every single attack is a 3-star all the way through Champion 3, Champion 2, Champion 1, and into Titan League, and who knows how much further we can go. Right now, we're at about, I would say, roughly 24 attacks in a row done. Let's take a look at the log, and I'll show you here. As you can see, there is no way you're going to stop me. Now again, we're low. I realize we're low in trophies. These are all Champion League players that we're hitting with the exact same army time and time again. Ice Golem, P.E.K.K.A, Rage in the clan castle, and there is the army if you want to check it out and give it a try. Let's see here. So this is an example of one of those replays. So it's a maxed out base. So yes, it's not like they're all pushovers down here. These are some tougher bases. That's a pretty good base design, but again, it doesn't really matter. Now I have found that Legend League bases are tougher, okay? It may look similar, but Legend League bases are almost always set up a little bit better, and they usually have a pretty good strategic clan castle in there. In this case, obviously no clan castle. That's a nice little bonus, even though the heroes were up. Watch as the Royal Ghosts, again, take advantage of the slightly lopsided deployment of the Wizard Towers. And there's another mistake that we can see. The Wizard Towers are all in the same region as the Eagle Artillery, so our general target, where we're going to be headed with our Royal Ghosts, is the same part of the base. That makes it just way too easy. And then 2 out of 3 Inferno Towers are set to single. Thank you for the gift, Loomer, from Oriole's Magic. Shout out to Oriole's Magic, but sorry, yeah, we're wiping out your base. The haste spell, again, helps the Royal Ghosts get into those more deeply placed defenses, like an Eagle Artillery. And then notice, the only multi-target Inferno is right next to the Town Hall. Now, remember when I was talking about pulling skeletons? Here's an example. Look at the Archer at 11 o'clock. She is going to pull those triggered skeleton traps, and in turn, she would be pulling the Clan Castle that way as well. So they'll eventually, after they take her out, turn around and head towards an exposed Royal Ghost, but we can just keep dropping a few more archers, and that's why I've dropped what you saw maybe in the previous Gemfix Farm Max That Rush series episode where I was using all Royal Ghosts. You definitely want some wizards to help clear out masses of skeletons, and of course archers to pull them off to the side like you see right here. Now we did trigger a couple of giant bombs, which is bad, but we also triggered the tornado trap, which is really good because that can be absolute doom for your bats. In comes the wall wrecker from this side, not even wrecking any walls, but just getting to the core. And yes, of course, the last wizard tower is going to be out here. Look at this base. 2/3 of this base is gone to the ground before we even think about dropping in the bats. And look at the time though. That's 40 seconds left right here. 40 seconds left in this raid, and I still hadn't dropped the bats. This is a mistake. I need to get better at my time management skills because waiting this long leads to time fails, and that's what I've been doing recently. Now, of course, we've got suddenly this big personal goal that I'm trying to see how many 3-star attacks I can get in a row. Invincibats! Invincibats, by the way, those are Invincibats right there, if you see those. Yes, Warden Ability Bats, they're called Invincibats. I invented that, okay? Galadon 2019. But where was I? Oh, yes. I'm trying to see how many 3-star attacks I can get in a row. It's just a personal thing, and let's see. We're going to start counting them, and this episode we've done it again, all 3-star attacks. So up to the next episode to see if we can continue the trend. Actually, I've got one more attack this episode, but I bet you it's a 3-star. Now let's go back and check this out. Watch the beginning of this attack. Notice the clock, 2:57, 2:56. So we used all but about 3 seconds left on the timer in order to get that 3-star. So yes, it's super close. I need to be more careful about my time fails. All right, hey, did you guys remember about the creator code? If you haven't been bothered about it, could you please, if you have a chance, if you feel like it, go to settings, click on more settings, scroll down to creator boost, and click on the little green button that says enter code and type in Galadon if you would. A couple of things. This only lasts for 7 days. So if you could try to make it a habit to go down there, I mean, I'm trying to get that changed, but it's only there for 7 days at a time. And yes, so what happens is it doesn't cost you anything, but the creators, whoever's code you put in there, and any code is better than nothing. I don't care if it's not me, if there's somebody else's code you want to put in there, that is great as well. But it's about 5%, I believe, of purchases, like gem purchases that you make in the game, will be going directly back to that Clash content creator. And in the case of Galadon, I am going to be giving a big chunk of it to charity and a big chunk of it back to the community. That is you, the players, in the form of free gems. That's right, Google Play, iTunes, and Amazon gift cards galore. So get ready. I still, as of the recording of this episode, have no idea if I'm making $1 a month or $1 million a month, okay? But if it's $1 million a month, I'm gonna make some players super rich. Let me tell you right now. Okay, it's not gonna be $1 million a month, but you know, it'll be a little bit. And I promise a big chunk goes to you and to charity as well. So if you get a chance. Also, hey, remember, the Gem That Rush series donates to charity every episode. Again, if you have suggestions, let me know down in the comments about charities that you think are worthwhile or that you work with or you're familiar with, and I would love to add it to the list of charities that I'm donating to. In the meantime, we are taken from this guy right here, and notice the beautiful haste spell on the Royal Ghosts, allowing them to get all the way in to the core of this base, and then there's no funneling needed because the Royal Ghosts did the whole job. In goes the wall wrecker. Wait a little bit just to make sure the heroes go right down the middle, and sure enough, it's going to be another easy 3-star. This time, we were a little bit more careful about how long we waited to drop the bats. Notice, I'm so confident I used a freeze spell just on the core. Then I drop in the rest of the Royal Ghosts, which was like half a dozen that I didn't even really need. Then in come the bats at over 1:20 left in the attack. So no chance we're running out of time here. The bats so fast, and again, No multi-target infernos, the town hall is down, no wizard towers, and no tornado trap to mess me up. In go the bats, and down goes the base. Feels good. And hey, unfortunately, even the ice golem doesn't get popped here, which really would have been nice because that definitely helps out. It's like a 4th freeze spell with a wider radius. So, all right, this is the last attack of the episode. And again, felt pretty good. And again, it is a streak of exceeding 24 attacks in a row, 3 stars, on our way back up to Legend League. And if you guys want to see me continue to try to extend this streak, then you know what to do. That's right. Make the like button happy by gently depressing it as we get ready to travel over to, that's right, the status report. Okay, so we're going to check amount spent. Again, 2 episodes in a row. Pretty happy about this. No money whatsoever. So we're still under the 5K mark, although I feel like we're probably going to pass it. But then again, as far as gems used today, a new record, 33 cents worth of gems. Of the time spent, we added a couple more hours with another farming session. And then here we go to the new modified end walls this episode. That is the number of walls we upgraded today alone. It was 6, leaving us with a total of 117 walls. Get ready. We'll crack the 100 wall mark soon. So thank you guys, as always, for sticking around all the way to the end of the episode. That means you blizzle fristed it. You're the true hashtag GalaFam. Now get out there, make the best of today, be kind to people, animals, and the planet. I'll see you all back here again tomorrow for more full attacks. Galadon, that's a lot of 7 times in your status report. I approve.